Let's make welcome May Edochie. I know a lot of us have seen these videos circulating all over social media, trying to find out what exactly she said and the story that she shared that has got everyone crying, everyone in that room, powerful women crying. But before we go right to her story and what she had to share, let us take a moment to appreciate this video. Like, you don't have to be there to actually have goosebumps. You can feel the authenticity in her message and her story. You can tell how powerful her story had to be. You can see a woman broken, that everybody felt it in that room. Every one of them felt how powerful, how genuine, and how authentic her story has to be to get everyone crying. Everyone shed a tear for May. So what exactly did she say? What exactly is her story? What exactly is making women cry for another woman? You can feel the love in the atmosphere. You can feel the love everywhere. Powerful women, industry leaders crying for another woman. Everybody was in tears for May. If you know her story, if you have an inkling of what this one has been through, you will understand why other women can feel her pain, can relate to her story. And that is the first time that May is actually sharing her story. That is the first time that May is actually standing to talk about anything personal. So what exactly is her story? A lot of us might be wondering what exactly is in this message that May has shared. What exactly has got everyone so emotional? What exactly has got everyone so sad? Now, if you know May and if you know your Edochie, then you will know her story. You will know how they tried to put her down so bad. Like, if you know about May's story, you cannot actually feel the tension in the air in that video. Now, despite all that she had to go through, despite all the media has said, in fact, despite all her ex-husband actually had to say about her and her marriage, she just kept quiet. She never said anything. She never came out to address or to give her own side of the story. She stayed quiet, moved in silence. The only thing that May actually came out to say concerning that marriage was, "I will not accept polygamy." And she has stood by that word, despite what everybody has had to say, despite what a lot of people on social media have said to her. A lot of people have called her a foolish woman. A lot of people have called her a woman who cannot build her home. A lot of people have called her names. But what? She never said anything. She never addressed them. She never responded to them. She just maintained her stance, especially in a world where people are telling you it doesn't matter what your values are. You can actually bend that value just to please people, forgetting that this life is hers. The story is hers. She is the one who was wearing the shoe. Her worst criticism even came when she lost her son. Like, Christ, if everyone else felt that pain, imagine you being the mother, actually casting her young. A mother who lost her child was still insulted, was still called names, was still told that she is the reason why she lost her son. Look, if you, oh God, I don't even want to think about it. Listen, to birth a child, train a child, and even and your child grows up to that age, and at the end of the day, you lose that child, while still going through an extremely messy divorce. Oh my God. You don't even want to know how that felt. You don't even want to know how badly that woman was wounded. Like, nobody knows her story, but what people still said, she is the reason, because she left a man who stepped out of her marriage, got another woman pregnant, had baby on her, in fact had babies on her, and still people were still expecting that she stays in the marriage. And because she stood her ground and said, no, I will not conform to what everybody is saying, I stand my ground, I will not be in a polygamous marriage. Yet people said, because she did not stay in a polygamous marriage, that is why her son died. If you are a mother, if you know anybody who has actually lost a child, please, it's better. The pain you feel is worse than physical pain. Like, it's worse than when somebody actually cuts in. You can actually be numb to such pain when you actually feel the pain of losing a child. So imagine all this woman had to go through, but still she kept quiet. Still, she did not come out insulting anybody. She maintained and mourned in silence, came back out when she was ready to move on. Listen, I myself am married, like with kids. So when I tell you that, I actually pray and root for people to actually stay in their marriages, work on their marriages, try to fix their marriages. Like, I am such a big fan of working on things that are broken, especially marriages, especially when you know that they are fixable. But like a very big but, when you find yourself in a situation where you know that things are not just working as hard as you try, things are not just working. Instead, you have been made fun of. Instead, you are being kicked. Instead, you are being maltreated physically, emotionally, financially, in every way, and you have tried so hard, like you are trying so hard to make it work despite what you are going through. You are trying so hard to fix it. That which is broken, you are trying to just piece them together, but it's still not being fixed. It's refusing to be fixed. Then I think it is time to actually do what May has done. Look at yourself in the mirror and actually decide, no, I refuse to live like this. I refuse to be put down like this. I refuse to be pressed down so hard that I can barely breathe. Listen, at this Qatar conference, just watching these women, these industry leaders, and the way that May carried herself, spoke her story, shared her story, then I think that it is time that women, as much as we've been blind to it, as much as we do not want to talk about it, I think it is time that as a woman, if you have been abused consistently, and things are just refusing to be fixed, then it is time to pick yourself back up, look in the mirror and decide, no, this will not be my story. Decide, no, this will not be my fate. I will fight. I will live for my children. Look, as a woman, if there's anything at all in this life that you must struggle so hard for, it is to be alive. It is to refuse to remain down. It is to strive to be better. She never came one day to share her story. She never came one day to ask for public sympathy, because if she had come, despite how true her story might be or will be, people would still abuse her on top of it. But what did she do? She stayed in silence, moved in silence, tried so hard. She came out of her shell. She decided to hustle. She decided to go out there and make a name for herself. Being a woman has gone beyond falling down and remaining there and crying, asking for pity. Let people pity you. Let people pity you. I always tell people this thing around me, like when a woman is actually ready, like I do not want to remain here and I just want to try. Look, it does not matter how little, but if you decide that you want to do something for yourself, start there. Just refuse to remain on the floor. Refuse to remain helpless. Look at May, who knew her so much before now. But look at her. She has consistently decided to come out, work, and just focus on work. Look at her. She was invited for a conference in Qatar. May before would just be living under the shadow of her husband. Note that if her husband was good, of course, no problem with that. Don't get me wrong. If your husband is good, while you're doing your 9 to 5 or whatever it is that you're doing or not doing, if your husband is the one who is not like your Edochie, then it is perfect to remain like that as long as you have peace in your home, as long as you have peace within yourself. But if you're a woman whose partner is trying so hard to put down, is refusing you to work, is just not letting you grow, then I think it is time that you actually dust yourself up and decide to hustle. It does not matter how little, because a lot of people these days decide that as much as they want to come out, oh, I want to start getting millions, billions, thousands of dollars at a go. No, start small. I always like to tell people that there's this fire in women. There's this fire in us. Like when we actually decide to say no to a thing and we really want to stand by it, we have this fire, we have this zeal that we can actually do whatever we put our mind to. Look at me crying for the first time that she actually shared her story. Like, I am so happy that they did not share the audio, because of course a lot of people will abuse it and begin to look for loopholes in that story. I love the fact that the women respected her wish. Oh, I love the fact that most of the women there, most of them, one or two would have recorded, but they are choosing not to make it public, to respect her. Now, that is what I call women actually supporting women. Even after she, look at her, even when she was crying, those who, some of them that were sitting there actually went to go to comfort her. Look, actually doing something for yourself. It's like when people see you and you need help, like when your car is broken down and you need help, you cannot just sit in the car. Actually calm down, act like you're helping yourself, just be doing something, and then you will see people come to you to help you. But if you remain in the car, they'll feel like you're very relaxed with your position. You don't mind, you have help coming. But when you come out to try to fix that car, you would see other people, one or two cars stop by and say, oh, what's the issue, can I help you? But if you remain inside the car, nobody is going to come and help you. So what this her story has actually come to teach us and teach me myself is, refuse to stay down. Refuse to be idle, especially when you find yourself in her own situation. Look at May. She's now having conferences with industry leaders who told her that, yes, her husband might be a celebrity, but who said that May would have had the opportunity of meeting these women one-on-one, actually sharing such deep connection with them. So ladies, while I speak to you, I speak to myself as well. Let us learn from May Edochie. We do not have to be in her position, but we can actually learn one or two from her. We can actually decide that, okay, today I want to wake up that lioness in me. We can wake up today and decide, no, I want to be a changed person. I want better for myself. I want better for my children. I want better for myself. This is not how my story will end. And work on it. It's not just enough to say it. Try little effort, little effort. Just try, do something, no matter how little. Watch how others will want to connect with you. But regardless, I would let you make your judgment from this story and from that video, and let me know what you think in the comment section, and take whatever decision. Just do whatever you like with what was said today and what was shared by May Edochie. Okay guys, take care and see you next time.